Hey there guys, this is Malorian, and this will be a War Machine battle report, but it's going to be a little bit of a different one because coming in, I really wanted to practice my 50-point eStryker list. I had a game all set up, but then they said, hey, how about we do a team game? So I said, I don't know, I want to be a little bit more serious, but okay, sure, let's do it. Now, the first thing that made me feel like an idiot is here I am saying like, oh, I want to play some serious Warhammer, and I forgot my Gallant. So I'm going to be having a little stand-in here, but this is going to be a Gallant. My partner, because this is going to be a 2 versus 2 game, is going to be a Calaban Tier 4. This is something he's been trying really hard to make work, and you can see back there he also has this converted bull snapper that's actually looked like a Charizard from the Pokemon. But yeah, it's, hopefully he can do his part, kill a bunch of guys as well. And then on the other side, we have the new Mr. Fancy Floaty Pants for the Retribution. And then finally some Cricks led by Deneghra, and she's always nice and evil. You can also see the big hand there too from the Colossal at the face. Alright, so here's the board. We're doing the first one of 5 points, and we're basically doing incursions. So there's the 3 flags here. 1 will disappear after the first turn. You get 1 for controlling, 2 for dominating. Good times. So really, you get to mix in your units wherever you want, right? It usually happens in a 2 versus 2 that one guy's on one side and one's on the other, and that's pretty much what we have there with a little bit of mixing here. But what I have for my 50 points is I have eStryker running a Gallant. I also have 2 units of the Storm Blades. They've already advanced moved up because of how they work with eStryker. I also have the Nis Hunters. I have 1 Stormcaller. I have Rupert. I have Junior. I have Anastasia Debray. I have the Max Sword Knights. I have the Rangers. And I also have the Precursor Knights. So a whole bunch of dudes. I'm supposed to just get up there and kill stuff. I really like getting the Defense 16 on the Nis. Meanwhile, for the Tier 4 of the Calaban, he's running 2 Bull Snappers, 2 Wrestlers, 2 Posses, Wrong Eye and Snapjaw, and then there's also a Feral Geist and those Bone Grinders. And on the left here, you can see that he also has a Croak Hunter here to help me out. Now, on the other side, I really don't know the names too well for the Retribution. One thing that is missing is that they're little assassins. He has 2 of them there, you can see, and they're actually going to be in the forest on the left. I accidentally took this picture before he advanced deployed them. But they're over here. There's also a Pistol Wraith. There's another Pistol Wraith behind the house. There's also a Machine Wraith. He has his Halberdiers with the UA, and also I believe there's a Solus Escort there. He has the Sentinels with UA. He has Silas going along with him, Ayanna and Holt, the Colossal, like we said, the Aspis, and I'm sure there's something else fancy that I'm kind of missing out. Over on Crixland, he has the new Journeyman Warcaster, who is going to be running a Slayer, I believe it all is. Otherwise, Deneghra is running a Nightmare and a couple of the little Bone Chicken Arc Nodes. There's Mechanothralls, there's the Bane Knights, there's Tartarus, and I'm sure there's other fancy things too that I'm forgetting. So basically looking at this, we're going to be getting first turn. I've really focused myself on the center and then having the Nis Hunter set up on the left so that either they can go up and tie it up, or worst case scenario, if the left flag goes away, then they can just basically shoot at the back of the ret while they try to reposition. So I feel really good about the way that we're deployed. That evil Colossal that they have shoots the big, huge pie plate that loves to destroy infantry. So that's not really good for me. But I figure if I can just lock him out. Oh, there's also like Gudrun the Wanderer over there and stuff like that too, and Ragman. But if we can just kind of like lock them out, I'm hoping to dominate, score, get some points, and win that way. So, like I said, we had the first turn, and we're just rushing on up. Now, what I start with is, of course, I put Dirge of Mists over on the left side here for the Nis Hunters. I'm kind of hiding my Stormcaller just because I don't want to be killed by a Pistol Wraith. I have the Arcane Shield up onto the Sword Knights. I put up Deflection up on my caster. And for the Gator side, I don't really think he cast anything. He's just really moving up, right? He has no need to put up Occultation or anything like that. But really, I think we're going to do fairly well on that flank as well, because Calaban's feat, being able to just do that Bone Shaker over and over again, should really kill off a lot of these Bane Knights. And then I can shoot down even more of them with my Rangers, which will fuel him even more. So I think we're going to be in a very nice spot. On his turn, his Colossal comes up and is able to shoot down one of my guys. So there's first blood. Otherwise, over here, he arcs through some Venoms and kills a couple of Rangers. And then over here, he charges up. He kills one of my Storm Knights. But the big thing here is that even though he's kind of planning to pin me in, I have the one Stormcaller right there so I can zap him. So, he killed one guy, but now I can get rid of him. So otherwise, he has, I think, his Invulnerable, Resolve, whatever. It gives him +2 armor and Fearless onto the Halberdiers. The other little assassin is holding back. The other Pistol Wraith is run off to the left side, and that guy is going to be a pain because I have no magical attacks over there, so you can just contest for days. So Junior is going to have to make his way over there. But otherwise, you can see on the right how the Cricks are moving up. But for the most part, it should be okay. I mean, I'm looking at this, and I'm thinking that I can run up, I can pop my feet, get even more distance, and I can just be really surrounding the center so I can dominate. Meanwhile, on the right side, this will be a perfect time for him to pop his feet and do all those Bone Shakers. So I'm really looking forward to a pretty good turn. So on his side, that's what he's going to be doing on this part. And this is exactly what you want. Low defense guys that have really good hitting power. And yeah, you just kill one Bane Knight, he goes over, kills another. Now, what we actually decide to try and do, or what my opponent decided to try and do, is get the Bane Knights to try and kill Tartarus. Unfortunately, the dice just didn't go our way, so maybe it would have been, safer to have the Bane Knights kill other Bane Knights, but either way, we're going to be killing a whole bunch of them. Over on this side, Stormcaller kills this guy, just like we thought. And then after everything's done over here, like I said, we really didn't kill as much as we had hoped. What he does to actually keep himself safe is the Wrestler then grabs him and throws him back, Calaban. So he's actually back here knocked down, but he should be okay. He has a few camps. Deneghra could try arcing some spells and things, but it really isn't too bad. The Hyperion, I am worried about some of the shots it's going to do, but again, there's a lot of guys there in the way, and then, as we'll see later, I have my dudes everywhere. So I have eStryker, who has Arcane Shield, now swapped over to him before Junior went off to the left side. He is sitting on the flag, forcing him to contest. The Halberdiers are completely pinned in because I have the Sword Knights right there. So he's going to be forced to try and kill them, and then I can do a good-sized counterattack and just really hold the line of battle right there. Meanwhile, on the left, the Nis Hunters are able to go up, kill the other assassins, so that's fantastic. The Bog Trog or Croak Hunter is there to score if he doesn't contest over here. And yeah, overall, I was really happy with this turn. Then this happened. One of the things I did not realize, and by the way, the pictures are going to look kind of weird right now because it's around now that there's a power outage. But since we're kind of I guess we're hardcore or something, we just played right through it. We had enough light coming in from the windows. We just kept going. So the flash will be a little bit overpowering here, but that's why. Anyway, the thing I didn't realize is that you can shoot through the Halberdiers. Friendly units can just shoot right through. So whereas I thought I was basically tying him up and he would not be able to get past me, Holt just aims and shoots and kills two of the guys there. Having the roll, it wasn't an easy shot because I'm engaged and everything. But yeah, all of a sudden I don't have my my screen here anymore, and I'm looking like I'm going to be losing a whole bunch. especially after, Mr. Floaty Pants goes and casts the feet and then does a little shot over here to be killing all these guys. And then after that, the Hyperion comes over here, does another shot, gets a crit, and puts another huge hole there. So now those halberdiers are having lots and lots of room to get through. Plus, this is just a big shot from the Hyperion. After he does a little shots, he's going to kill a couple more of those Storm Blades. So it's really opened up for him to flood me. And over here, Deneghra also feeded, so, a good number of, basically an entire posse was killed this turn. He was able to come in and make one more Bane Knight with Tartarus, but for the most part, this isn't devastatingly bad, right? Everything's caught under the feet, but hopefully he can kill, a good number of these other Bane Knights and still be in a good spot. Right? Like, he has all of his heavies. Sure, he lost one posse, but things are looking okay over here. And by the way, if you didn't notice, this was a flag that disappeared. So really, all I want from this side of the board is for Calaban to keep these cricks the hell away from me so that I can try and score on the other side. So otherwise, this is what it's looking like over here. And yeah, those halberdiers bust in and they get all over my grill. I really was worried that he was going to have a lot more guys closer, but he kind of spread out a little bit more. The Sentinels probably would have been my teeth even more, but what he tried to do with Reach is try and kill that last Sword Knight that was in the way, and unfortunately for him was not able to do it. So the whole activation for the Sentinels was a little bit wasted, but he hit Epic Striker and put on 5 damage onto me, so that's something I didn't really expect. The Pistol Wraith is up there just getting in my face. He's contesting the left side, and yeah, I'm going to need to clear these things out, which I think I can do. There's not too much here, but the problem is on the middle there. Hyperion is right there in my face, and with eStryker, normally I could go up, I could kill him, I could really get ahead in attrition and stuff, but because this is a 2-player game, he can just basically then kill me right back. So you can't really just go for these big things, so I'll have to be a little bit more careful. So what I do on my turn over here is the Croak Hunter is able to kill one. Junior's over here. I'm still doing the Dirge of Mist onto the Nis Hunters. The Nis Hunters are able to clear out the remaining guys that were over here, plus shoot down some of the halberdiers from the right side. I was able to come in with the Precursor Knights. They're able to kill the other guys contesting, and because they have magical weapons, they killed the Pistol Wraith, so that was fantastic. The Sword Knight goes in and knocks down Gudrun. I did some pretty good damage to the Hyperion, and then I put on Positive Charge onto the Gallant. He goes into the Hyperion and takes out basically half of it. So that's pretty nice. I like how this is. I'm going to be, well, the team is going to be scoring on the left, dominating on the center, and, that puts us at 3 points. You only need 2 more to win, but even then, yeah, I do not like the fact that Hyperion is live so close to me, and now he has all those Sentinels free, and they could just really jam me up regardless. Otherwise, on this side here, the Gators try and do their best, but I mean, Deneghra's feat is so debilitating. I didn't really get to watch much because I was doing my stuff on the other side, but I really figured that Calaban would just go on Bone Shaker and really take care of the Knights here, but clearly that didn't happen. So, like I said, he still has all the heavies up and running. He might lose one next turn, but at least he has enough stuff over here that he's keeping the cricks away from me. Over here, the Hyperion is going to be coming in, and he decides to go after my Jack. And I'm pretty happy with that. I was really worried about the different ways that he could actually be going after my caster, either doing a power strike, just shooting me, something like that. But he's going to be going after my Jack. He actually needs 7s to hit because I'm kind of dodgy at defense 13. But yeah, I'm going to be smashed here. Otherwise, on this side of things, Cricks go and do a pretty good job. They kill a bunch of the posse, make more knights, but no heavies were lost. And again, that is really important because now they have enough here that they could really clean up the Cricks on this following turn. You can see Nightmare actually, I mean, he probably would have killed the heavy, except Nightmare ran off to the left here, pretty much to try and contest and to threaten. However, he was not able to get close enough. Meanwhile, on this side, yeah, the halberdiers came in. They tried to kill Anastasia de Bray because he's worried about an espionage, which probably really wasn't that big of a deal. But the big thing is after he destroyed what he could there with the jack and hitting a few more guys, he really couldn't get too much by the middle flag. You know, he has 2 halberdiers there. Silas ran down just to get one more, but that's really it. With the Nightmare not being in range, there's not too much stopping me from killing these guys. Meanwhile, on the left side, the Pistol Wraith came down, tried to kill Junior. It'd probably been better for him to be closer to the flag, so he was contesting as well. But either way, he missed his shots. The Sentinels mainly just had to run in to engage, and they're just trying to trap my Nis. And I'm so happy with that, because if they would have actually flooded the center flag, I just could not stop that. So right now, I'm just looking at it, and all I need to do is clear up the center flag, and we're going to win. So that's what I do. Basically, the Precursor Knights charge in, kill all the remaining halberdiers, which was stupid for them to charge in because it was just made it harder for me to hit. Then one of the last remaining Storm Knights, or Storm Blades, goes over to try and kill Silas, does it, and then I try to do an espionage just to say I did it. Was out of range, and there we go, and we dominate. We got 5 points, and that's the game. Now, overall, it was a very enjoyable game. Definitely, if I was to know this was a 2-player game, I wouldn't have gone with eStryker. He's just not a good one for something like this. Like I said, he wants to rush in, he wants to kill the caster, and he wants the game to be over. You know, if I was to do this again, I'd go with Darius or something like that. But it was a lot of fun. Good to see how, you know, Calaban was actually kind of holding his own against Deneghra there. But overall, one of the things I noticed while making this report is that I don't think we actually won. Of course, for those who don't really know, in Incursion, you can't dominate off the center flag. So that means when I scored these, at this point here, now would have only been 3 points. Like, I don't know how the NIS could have done on the other side, but we played this game thinking you could dominate off the center. So it's kind of a dodgy win here. I don't know. Like, things do change. It was a 2-player game. Maybe you should be able to dominate off the center flag, but either way, that's kind of the way we played it. I'll take the win. But yeah, it was a lot of fun, and hope you guys like watching it. Bye.